Welcome to the S Word Live, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram. Hello, Renee Rebar here. I am here to help you drop some bombs on your sales goals. It is not enough. Hey, Annie, what's up, girl? It is not enough to just want and know that you have the right stuff. You've got to actually tell somebody. Who here has great services, great ideas, great products and services, maybe even great experience, maybe 10, 15 years of experience, and you know you've got this thing. You're like, I've got this thing. If only people knew about it, it would change their life. Like if you're Annie, you can help people build courses. You can get all those thoughts in their head onto Teachable or any platform and make it make sense so that their students get results, right? That's what Annie does. Right? Or Irina, she's had a yoga studio for 20 years. She blows my mind. She's my yoga teacher. She blows my mind every single class because she doesn't just talk about yoga. She talks about yoga off the mat and all the other modalities of ways that I can feel better about my body, my mind, and myself. That's freaking amazing. So these women have this amazing thing. We gotta tell the world. Do you have something like that? Say yes in the comments, whether you're live or on the replay. Do you have something that you know could help somebody else? All right, we got, hey, Conference Travel 360. We got Wendy. Wendy has 30 years of experience, 30 years of experience in the meetings industry. She's run meetings for 1,500, 3,000, 15 people in Japan, in Scotland, in Florida. She lives in Cuba. She's lived in Guam. There isn't a boutique hotel or resort from the beach to the mountain to the other side of the world that she doesn't have a connection. People got to know. Who here runs a mastermind that you do live events? Are you exposed to the risk? Have you hired Wendy yet? You got to know. Do you have anything like that? Hey, Pamela, she makes these amazing lotions and creams, lip balms, because she knows that the other people that are putting stuff in bottles are putting crap in there. And she knows what she's got is amazing. We got to get people to hear about it. So how do you do it without being salesy's McSaleswoman? All right? So I just ran an hour-long masterclass. You can see the words behind me on exactly what to do every single day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else that this is broadcast. You got to know what to do so that you can move the needle forward so that people can hear about you. Hey, we got Heather. Hey, Heather, must be her lunch break. Heather's an accountant. She's got a brain that's amazing. Like Pinky in the Brain, she's the brain, right? So the bottom line is that you've got to get people to hear about your services. Otherwise, how are you going to help them? Consider it your moral obligation to make sure that you tell people about your services. But here's what people tell me all the time. Renee, I'm not good at sales. I don't like sales. I don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to be salesy. Okay, so don't be. But here's the thing. There's a lot of laws out there, right? I'm going to tell you the law of sales, okay? You want to hear about that? There's like the law of attraction. There's the law of, there's the law of gravity. There's a lot of laws, a lot of physical laws. Hey, Wendy. That's right. Wendy's on Facebook now. She left me on Instagram. Now she's on Facebook. Yeah, we have a moral obligation. So the law of sales. The law of sales is like the law of advancement, okay? Who here knows about that? Who here's heard about that? Anybody? You guys heard about that? You guys any physics majors here? Hey, Linda, you have a PhD. You got to know about this. Linda used to be a college professor at one of the biggest universities in the South. And Linda also played football, like man's foot, like shoulder pads, real football, not like footy football, soccer, like football. P.S. She's amazing. So Linda, maybe with your PhD, you probably heard of this, the law of advancement. It's like the law of sales. So here's what has to happen. Anything that goes down or anything that goes up must go down first. It's got to say what? Heather's like, say what? I love it. So yeah, exactly. You guys got to click on Linda's profile, man. She's freaking amazing. Okay, so every time you guys pop up, I want to like have private conversations with each one of you. I wish I had all the hours in the day to like just hang out and talk. I'm very communal, right? Like let's all just like the idea of a commune totally like is romantic to me, but my husband's like, it ain't happening, baby. Okay, he doesn't share a bathroom. All right, cool. So the law of sales if you're going to go up, if you're going to make sales, you got to be willing to go down. And here's exactly what I mean. Okay, so let's take an example of a seed, right? Hey, busy young Ariane, what's up, girl? How you doing, my mastermind girl? Oh my gosh, I was walking around Funnel Hackers Live with Ariane, and she's like, she just knows everybody. She's like Miss Popularity. I love it. Okay, so you heard this one, right? So when I heard him say this, I was like, boom, I remember that. So going to Funnel Hackers Live last week reminded me of all these meetings, and I told my mastermind people, I'm like, I have been holding out on you. I have been holding back because I didn't think that all of those stories mattered to you guys. But hearing that story and seeing the crowd react like that, I was like, I got to stop holding back. I'm going to be telling these stories now. So here's one of them. The law of sales. In order to go up, you got to be willing to go down. So here's what I mean. And this is also called the law of advancement. So anything, in this case, because we're talking about sales, I'm going to talk to you about that. So let's take a seed. If you plant a seed, right, the seed is like, I want to be a big oak tree. I want to be a big oak tree. You're like, no, you don't. And it's like, no, I want to be a big oak tree. It says, okay, well, then you got to go down in the ground, right? You got to get planted. So what happens when the seed gets planted in the ground, right? So if it wants to grow up, it's got to go down. So this is the key here. What happens when it goes into the ground? Ariane knows. Whether you're live or on the replay, drop it in the comments. It's going to grow roots. It's going to get wet. It's going to crack open its shell. But what really has to happen, and this is you guys telling me, I'm bad at sales, Renee. I don't like sales. I don't want to be a salesman. Well, if you're in business for yourself and you don't have a sales team, there is only one way for you to acquire new customers, and that is for you to sell your services and products. P.S. So here's what the seed has to do. So if you're the seed and you want to be, a big oak tree, or if you're in business and you want to have $1 million business or any kind of business, you want to have a $2,000 a month business, you want to have it doesn't matter what you want to make. If you want to make money in your business and you're saying, I hate sales, here's what has to happen. Just like the seed to go in the ground, it's got to go down. To grow up into a big tree, it has to cease to be a seed. That's it. So if you're going to grow in sales, you're going to grow in your business, you're going to bring in the clients that you want that are going to give you the income that you need so that you so you can deliver that service that you know is going to change their life, you have to cease to be bad or say that you are at sales. So how are you going to do that? You've got to get some training. If you've never had formal professional sales training, it is required. It is like going to Heather. She's an accountant. You can't just like flub your taxes. Uncle Brian can't do it for you anymore. If you run a business, you need somebody who's qualified. Right on? You can't just read a book about it. You got to actually do it. And so where do you go? Well, you can choose me. I certainly am an option if you want to learn about sales. But there's a lot of other people that do what I do. So what makes me different, I guess, in this is why would you want to even listen to me? Well, because I think that I teach sales a lot differently than most people. I know this because I was the new person who needed to learn sales, and my only mentors were dudes. And that's not bad. Men are great, but they do it different. We're different. Look at us. We're different. If you put a man in an MRI machine and you give him a sword and you give him a conflict, his brain lights up like, yeah, it's good. Right? Heather and I know our husbands are in law enforcement. Or even like my son, like we never taught him to like have swords or guns, but he was like making them out of paper and sticks because that's just in him, right? Women, you put us in an MRI, our brains light up when we think about nurturing and community and love and helping, right? So we light up when we can nurture and help someone. So if you've got experience in something, and you want to help other people get over that or get through that or whatever it is that you can help them with, their mind, their body, their taxes, their meetings, their courses, all the things that you have skills in, if you don't help them, how are they going to be helped? They're going to go to somebody else. What if that person's not nice? What if that person screws them over? What if they're not as qualified as you? You and I both know, living 18 minutes on planet Internet, there's a lot of shysters out there. A lot of people that are like coached by a coach who read a book about coaching. Right? Cease to be the seed. Cease to believe that you don't like sales. Cease to believe that lie that you're telling yourself that you can't be good at sales and still sleep at night. It is your moral obligation to continue to care about people, to continue to give, and give not just for free, but to give your gifts. And it's okay if there's an energy exchange, right? You give your gifts and they give you money, because ultimately that's how the world works, right? My mortgage company doesn't work on good feelings and love. They work on dollars. I can give love and good feelings to my clients, and in exchange, they give me money so that they win, I win, mortgage gets paid, their business grows, right? So I love sales now. I save your life, you give me money. There you go. That's what Ariane says. Peace out. Drop the mic, right? I love it. So Irina says, you do teach sales differently and in a way that a yoga teacher can vibe with. No slime, no slick or easy or icky feelings. Right, so Irina over here on Facebook is also a yoga teacher, right? So like, I also have my only my 200 hour, not like these ladies. They have like the equivalent of PhDs in yoga. I've got like a bachelor's. My 200 hour Hatha yoga certification. But I do get it, and I'm a yogi at heart, and I get it. I love people. Like when I first started in sales 20 years ago, it was it was a summer job, house to house, knocking on doors, selling buy one, get one free greens fees in upstate New York, like in Ballston Spa, Latham, New York, right outside of Albany. And you know what? I freaking loved it. I loved it. You know why? Because I love people. I got to talk to them about their golf game. I got to talk to them about their favorite club. I got to talk to them about their favorite golf courses. You know, what they wear, what their cocktail. Do you drive the car, or do you roll the bag? Right? Like, I just love people. And from there, it grew and grew and grew. And obviously, I rode the telecom boom and things happened. So if you want to grow your business and use sales as a way to gain love and to gain good things and to give your services to people, then you got to cease to hate it. And I can totally help you. So I hope that today, I hope you had a chuckle and a laugh. And I hope that now you can think, you know what? I'm going to try that one more time. I'm going to talk to that person. I'm going to ask that next question. I'm going to reach out one more time. I'm going to extend the olive branch. I'm going to offer something, because if you're not offering it, then nobody is gaining anything. Don't hide away your gifts and your goodies. Don't hide away all of your experience because you're afraid to talk about it. It's important. Cool. So I just did this whole masterclass. I'll put the link below. It's all about my Sell Like a Mother program. That program is my heart and soul. It is the blood of my body. I put it into literally this beautiful, package of 100 swipe files and lessons and video training and templates. And it's growing every single month. And I've added in live calls. I even have, as a bonus this time, a free call with me. Say, what? I don't even do that anymore. So there you go. Grab it. Just that alone is worth the course. So it's growing every day. I'll put the link to that too. Guys, I'm so glad you stopped by the S Word Live, because we don't need to be afraid of sales. We can cease to hate it. And that is how. Cool. Have a great, great day. Happy Wednesday. What?